By way of introduction, for those of you who I haven't met, I'm Erik Vogel and I lead customer experience for HPE GreenLake. So let me just jump right into it. I think everybody probably has seen this announcement that Antonio made last October at our security analyst meeting, where he really laid out our bold vision as a company, which is we are really now pivoting to offering everything as a service. As part of our plan to drive profitable, sustainable growth within HPE. And as part of this, you probably have heard of the GreenLake brand, at least I hope so. GreenLake is the brand that is driving everything as a service. And I'm going to talk for the next few minutes about what we're doing from a GreenLake perspective, how the Aruba components are plugging into that, and really starting to highlight where we are headed and what we've done so far within HPE GreenLake. So I'll give you kind of the high level view here very quickly. If you look at where we are today with HPE GreenLake, it's about a $4 billion total contract value booked to date for us. We have over 1,000 customers. We have about 700 partners who are selling GreenLake. And for those of you who have followed HPE for a while, you know that we've been doing this for about 10 years now in various forms. But really, I think the big difference now with HPE GreenLake is really focusing on the as-a-service motion, as opposed to what we might have done in the past. I think we called it flex capacity in the past, but now it's really transitioning to as a service. Customer retention has been very high. Our customer satisfaction on GreenLake is extremely high, over 90% customer retention with our GreenLake solutions. So let me go ahead and quickly cover what you will see over the next couple of hours regarding Aruba. Really, when we think about HPE GreenLake for Aruba, we have the new edge service platform, and this is kind of underpins the sets of services, the network monitoring and management and managed connectivity services, part of HPE GreenLake for Aruba. A lot of really interesting capabilities here that we have launched specifically for Aruba within GreenLake. And I'm not going to steal anybody's thunder. We're going to get into a lot more detail around this over the next couple of hours, but just wanted to give you the high level of sort of how Aruba and the Aruba services fit within the broader HPE GreenLake context. Now, when we built GreenLake, and as part of this pivot and transformation that Antonio has laid out for us, we're really focused on three key themes here. One is really accelerating the speed, making things go faster for our customers, making it quicker and easier for them to get what they're looking for, making it easy and what we consider to be in the CX world, low effort. So making it easy for our customers to get the solutions that they need, and also focusing on differentiated value across the enterprise. So this is not just about value to the technology buyer, but really driving value across the broader organization within the enterprise. So when we look at GreenLake over the next few minutes here, you'll see that we really are focusing on that notion of speed, low effort, or making it very easy for our customers, and again, driving value across the enterprise. So if we look at what we're doing from a speed perspective within GreenLake, really driving that modern cloud experience, but bringing it on-prem for our clients. And we say on-prem, that could be in a data center, in their colo, or at an edge location. But a lot of our clients have commented that the experience they're getting from public cloud, they have been very pleased with, and they like the speed, the simplicity, the ease that they get from public cloud. But they've also told us that, hey, there are a lot of workloads, a lot of applications that cannot and will not move to public cloud. So to address that, what they're looking for from us is to provide that experience that they are really pleased with in the public cloud, but provide it on-prem and provide it in a way that they can consume it quickly and easily within their own environment to address that large percentage of applications that cannot or will not move to public cloud. And that's really what we consider to be the on-prem reality, which is there's a lot of reasons why those applications will not and cannot move. And that could be data gravity, compliance, security, complexity, the difficulty in sort of untangling some of these workloads and applications. So we are seeing that need for on-prem solutions. And again, the bar has been set by the public cloud providers about the experience that our customers are demanding. And with GreenLake and with the solutions, we are doing that as well. So we're providing that cloud-like experience on-prem and that speed. And I'll show you some metrics and some data points here in a second about how we're really helping accelerate that capability for our customers. We've also focused on simplicity. And when we think about that cloud experience, it's not just about being able to go provision a VM with 4 or 5 clicks, but it's the end-to-end experience. So how customers learn about the solutions, how they understand the solutions, how they make the buying decision, how we give them all of that information. And as part of that cloud experience, customers have told us, hey, we don't want a seller to come out with a PowerPoint deck. We want a digital platform. We want a digital experience. So one of the things we launched just a few weeks ago at our Discover event was the GreenLake Experience. And that's what you see on the left-hand side. And the GreenLake Experience is that digital platform, is that digital immersive experience where customers can come and learn about the solutions and capabilities we offer. They can get all the information they need, reference architectures, technical documentation, testimonials, use cases. We have abilities to join communities, developer communities, data science communities, so that customers can really learn and educate themselves about the solutions. We also offer free trials for our solutions, and we're offering more and more as we go forward, so they can sign up for a free trial as well. And we're also offering transparent pricing, making it very easy and quick for them to get the pricing that they need, at least as a starting point. And then, of course, we launched GreenLake Central, which is, think of this as the operations console. You see this on the right. So for any service a customer has consumed or purchased, they now can access these GreenLake services through GreenLake Central, which is obviously a parallel to Aruba Central. But this is for the cloud services that they are consuming. So the VMs as a service, container platform as a service capabilities, or any of the traditional GreenLake infrastructure capabilities that they're already purchasing today. All of that is accessed and interfaced through GreenLake Central. Again, what you see on the right, making it easy and making it simple. If we look at the offerings, so if you were to go into the GreenLake Experience and look at the offerings, you can drill down into the network offerings, and you'll see that we offer a set of offerings from Aruba right within the GreenLake Experience. And here are the 3 key offerings that we have within GreenLake Experience today. And again, customers can come in, learn about the offerings, view the data sheets, and connect with HPE and Aruba for additional information that they might need to move forward in the process. So let's look at, we talked about the value and really extending the value of GreenLake beyond just a data center or an infrastructure buyer. And that's really what we're doing, is trying to drive better business outcomes for our customers. So if you look at the tools we've incorporated within GreenLake, tools targeted to developers. We have automation now, a VM as a service capability, container platform as a service capability, where we're offering automation. So in 4 clicks, customers can provision VMs on top of their GreenLake environment. And of course, because GreenLake is a fully managed solution, so we manage all the capacity, the monitoring, and maintain the environment, and it's built on a consumption basis. If a developer goes in and provisions a virtual machine, we see the adjustments in the capacity utilization, and we'll also see an adjustment in the monthly bill that a customer pays. Likewise, if they deactivate or turn off that virtual machine, the capacity utilization will come down and their bill will adjust accordingly. So we're offering that type of cloud-like capabilities directly to developers. They don't have to go through a standard open a ticket and request infrastructure or request a platform. They can do it themselves, just like they've been doing with the public cloud. We're offering capabilities with ML Ops to data scientists now. We are offering an ML Ops solution that, again, targeted to data scientists who don't want to worry about standing up the stack and the infrastructure and everything they need. We're providing that as a service and just giving them the tools they need to develop their models, run their models, and do their work. So we're making, again, very easy for them to get what they need on-prem. And again, that could be at the edge, that could be in the data center or in a colo. We're providing very powerful spending tools through our consumption analytics. We acquired a company a few years ago, Cloud Cruiser. We're taking that very deep now into GreenLake, giving very deep cost analytics, and we've now extended that to the public cloud so customers can import their bill from AWS and Azure, see everything in one place through a single view and a common interface. They can do true apples to apples comparisons and see what they're spending in public cloud versus on-prem. It will help them make very smart workload decision placements, making sure they're positioning the workload in the right location. And again, giving them one view to kind of understand where that spending is happening. We're also providing spending insights where we can look for opportunities for clients to reduce their spend. We look for underutilized assets, underutilized VMs, and we flag that for a customer so that they have the ability to take corrective action and reduce unnecessary spend. We have capabilities for legal and compliance. We have auditing capabilities within the public cloud to make sure clients are meeting their regulatory framework requirements. So if it's PCI or HIPAA, they can manage and monitor those environments real time and look for any violations, immediately flags it, and we give them the step-by-step remediation steps they need in order to resolve that issue. Again, capacity management tools built right into GreenLake Central. And because, again, GreenLake is a fully managed solution, we take away that management function from the customer, and we give them time then to go work on things that are more valuable for them as an organization. And just some data points here to sort of reinforce what I just mentioned before I finish here. We did a study with Forrester and IDC, a couple of studies, to really go in and understand the value our customers are getting from GreenLake. And these were the results we were getting back. So a big reduction in CapEx. In today's environment, capital liquidity is key. Customers are very interested in reducing CapEx and moving to OpEx models. We're speeding time to market because we keep reserved capacity in the customer locations. So that capacity is ready when they need it. They can turn it on when they need it, and they start paying for when they need it. So we're reducing that reliance on having to go make a request for capacity and going through a standard procurement process and a purchase process and a stand-up and QA and all those things they need to do. Capacity is there when they need it. They're not paying for it until they turn it on. Reduce downtime because it's a fully managed solution, and a lot of resource savings because, again, we take that on as part of the service that we offer, so they don't have to have resources doing the mundane management and monitoring. And really, if you look through the center, this is what customers have said they love about their public cloud environments. This is what we are now providing with GreenLake. Faster value, faster ability to deploy, simplifying IT, freeing up people to do their best work. Cloud economic model, so no upfront capital, no over provisioning. They can incrementally add capacity as they need it. And we're giving it to them with the control that they're asking for the on-prem environments. So performance, latency, risk, we're making sure that is available to them on-prem.
Hi, Eric, I've got a question for you before you take off on us.
Sure, Jim.
So regarding the analytics and the usage of data to make a more rich platform for the predictive analytics that you're using. Can you speak to how that's being made anonymous as that data is being stored on your back-end platform?
Yeah, that's probably a better question, I think, for later in the day. I'm not the expert on that, so I don't want to mislead you with an answer that probably won't be satisfying for you. So I think, in fact, I think the next speaker will be able to answer that question. So we'll just take a note of that and make sure we answer that for you, Jim.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
Erik, I have a question as well. So, you talk about GreenLake, but actually the same identical model is developed by any other vendor in the market at the moment. And it's not cloud. I mean, asset management, a purchasing process that is simplified, but nothing really special, especially because there are a lot of carrots to look for. I mean, some vendors ask a minimum commitment of 1 year, others 3 years. So at the end, it's just a simplification of a process that is already in place. Okay. And even looking at your studies, I don't see anything, earth-shattering here. I mean, why all this effort to say, to give just another option? I mean, and I don't know. I don't take all this hardware as a service thing as, something that will change the world of IT. So people that will go to the cloud will keep going to the cloud anyway, because they buy the resources by the minute. Mm-hmm. And people that are looking at resources for on-premises, some of them simplify the process and they see an economic advantage, but the vast majority will look at buying hardware traditionally because it's even cheaper. So why all of this? Well, I mean, industry-wide, I mean, not only you, not only GreenLake.
Yeah, so what we're seeing, and the data is bearing out. So if you look at McKinsey's top 10 trends for 2020 IT trends, number one was the adoption of as-a-service hardware, software on-prem for our clients. So that was their number one tech trend for 2020. And if you look at the numbers, it's 4x the size from a CAGR perspective for on-prem truly as a service delivery versus traditional CapEx on-prem, and it's 4 times that of the public cloud CAGR. When we look at hardware and software consumed as a service on-prem versus from cloud. Also, the growth rates now for the on-prem as a service solutions are at parity with public cloud growth rates. So it's roughly 16% CAGR for both public cloud and on-prem. And the reason why we're seeing this is customers are starting to move away from just buying the hardware and trying to buy it at the lowest cost. And we're seeing this more and more with our enterprises. It's why GreenLake is the fastest growing segment within HPE today. It's because customers are now really demanding that cloud-like experience for on-prem. And in fact, they're saying less and less that hardware is less important. In fact, when we look at public cloud, even the pricing, it's becoming less price sensitive because of the experience that they are getting. So what we are doing with GreenLake, and I'll have to respectfully disagree that it's not something new. If you look at public cloud, you say, well, public cloud's already doing that public cloud experience. So you're right. But if you look at our traditional competitors in the infrastructure space, this is something they don't offer, where a customer can have that true cloud-like economic model, where we're providing the consumption economics, a fully managed solution, all the way up now to the platform. So a customer can go in and provision a fully Kubernetes-based container platform and not have to worry about anything else that sits underneath it. Or a full MLOps solution where we're providing all the software through our Esmeralda solution with all of the management capabilities and all of the infrastructure. It could be high performance compute. It could be Apollo systems. It could be Proliant systems, whatever is necessary, all the way up and down the stack and just providing that to a developer. So we're really taking that cloud experience and moving it on-prem. And customers will say, yeah, but you're not going to out Amazon. And you're right, we're not. But Amazon can't do high performance compute in a customer data center or at their edge location. They're not going to do customized or specifically configured infrastructure for the workload like we are able to do. So if it's an SAP capability or it's AI or MLOps, we're now able to do that. So what we are doing, I believe, is very innovative in that we're taking the best of what customers love about the public cloud experience, and now we are providing it to the infrastructure that sits within their data center. And again, this is what customers are demanding. This is why we're seeing this as the high growth market segment. This is why McKinsey has confirmed that, as well as Gartner and IDC, that this is what customers are now demanding and asking. So we're really starting to position that capability very squarely into that market for what the customers are now demanding. And they're moving beyond just, I want to buy the infrastructure in the cheapest price, to I want the experience and you deal with the infrastructure. You just tell me what we need and just sell it to me on a per VM basis, per container basis. So hopefully that answers your question. Again, I'll disagree with you a little bit on the fact that this is nothing new, because it is new, especially as we compare ourselves to our traditional infrastructure vendors and competitors in that space. And we're able to do things differently than what public cloud can do, in that we offer solutions to address that 70% of those applications that cannot go off-prem.